What up, Hope Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. Alright, y'all, it's not a strawberry dress, but it's a cherry dress, and I feel like that's pretty close and still pretty cute. Also, check out the hair. Check out the hair. Don't go feeling all special. I am not dressed up today for you. Y'all, the hydraulics on this chair are broken, so I'm like slowly sinking. How low will I go? I'm dead. Let me try to raise it back up. Okay. I'm not all dressed up for you, so don't feel all special, okay? I had a friend date with one of my good friends. I don't know if she wants me to put her real name out there, so I'm just gonna call her. And we had a great time. We went out to go get Thai food. Then we went to go get some yummy desserts. And we went to a crystal shop. Now, I don't hold with all that like spiritual shit or like the charging of crystal energies or whatever. But I do need something to model my nails with one-handed because, you know, Gimpy McGimp over here. So I got this crystal. This little thing. It's real cute. It's blue. I don't remember what the mineral is called, so don't ask me. I think it was like calcite or angelite, or I don't remember. It was something. And then this one I remember. This is my little thing. Is green, and it's aventurine, I think. Aventurine. Somebody kept calling me adventurine, like in the store, and I know it's not that because there's no D before the V, so it's aventurine or aventurine, whatever. Y'all know what it is. Y'all got it, or you can look it up. I don't know, but they're real cute, and it'll be real good for my Instagram nail selfies. Auntie who's in, we are here to watch Odd1sOut. This video is called Conspiracy Theories and Crazy People. So I'm ready. He released this video apparently back in March and I somehow missed it. So we're gonna check it out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, you would spend your entire 5 to 6 hour work shift with only one other person, and you didn't get to pick that peculiar partner you were spending your precious period with. So that meant I was stuck with some crazy characters. And one of those characters was really into that new age snorting healing crystals kind of stuff. And he would specifically talk to me about it because I was the only other person there and all we could do for fun was watching bread rise. Since I was contractually obligated to stay, I would just listen to him ramble about how he thought the universe worked. He told me about chakras and how easy it was to open your third eye through LSD. He told me about scrying using black mirrors and that it's a common misconception that you can get stuck in the mirror, but that's just a myth. That doesn't actually happen. Which is a good thing because getting stuck in a mirror is something I'm constantly worried about as an adult. Oh, and he told me that every illness is in your head and that hospitals can already cure anything, but they're not going to because if they cure you, they're going to lose a customer. So he's just going to stick to his essential oils and non-vaccinated immune system. Thank you very much. Listen, you can believe whatever you want to believe, as long as it's not hurting yourself or others, okay? But denying modern medicine? No!
Foolish. So foolish.
No, you can't do that, no! Since there were still 4 hours of the workday left and I didn't want to argue with him, I would just respond with, He didn't do crack or meth or any hard drugs that I know of that would alter his perception of reality. Even though he didn't trust hospitals or doctors, he really believed in the benefits of medical marijuana. If you're ever wondering what kind of person is making your sandwiches, yes, they did give this guy a license to touch your food. Whoa, dude. My sandwich tastes like colors. I learned something about myself that day, and that is, I'm obsessed with crazy people. Even though I didn't believe a word he said, I would still ask him questions just to get him talking. Okay. Wait, so you're telling me that everything in Naruto is real? Something about talking to him and hearing his perspective was fascinating. This human that I share a planet with exists. What is a crazy person?
Pause. So I definitely feel where he's coming from with that, but I personally, when I discover that these people exist, I just get so stressed. I get so stressed because it's like logic doesn't fucking work on these people. And I'm very much, every time I say I'm all about the logic, people bring up my irrational fear of whales. And I just want to say, I know it's rational. I got it. But I'm very much like if your feelings are not based in logic, then they don't make any sense. And so you should get rid of them. If I could get rid of my fear of whales, I would, because it's so stupid. I live in Vegas. But anywhozen. Yeah, so I'm very much like, oh, if your feelings aren't based in facts and logic, then like get rid of them, which causes a lot of interpersonal conflict. And these people are just like, my feelings are the only thing that matter. And it's just so stressful to me. I wish we could just like quarantine them all together and let them live their own crazy lives in a bubble where they don't affect the rest of us.
Crazy person is not someone who has a weird hobby or owns a pet snake. A crazy person is someone who, despite having an astronomical amount of evidence pointing to one idea, believes in the latter. I'm not a psychologist, and maybe I should have consulted one before making this video, but I think crazy people have an unhealthy amount of unchecked distrust and paranoia. I don't know where to even begin talking to crazy people. Their worldview is just so much different than mine. A crazy person will think that someone who has no reason to is lying. NASA's lying about the moon landing. I don't trust NASA. Hospitals are lying about medicine. I don't trust doctors. The government's lying about, well, a lot of things. They're lizard people. Okay, that one might be true. Thankfully, I don't personally know any crazy people. Well, okay, some of my friends are into astrology, but they still get vaccinated, so, you know, you win some, you lose some. However, on the internet, there's an overwhelming abundance of crazy people.
There's so
I'm guessing
many.
crazy people don't go outside because they think the government will target them with directed energy weapons or something. Yeah, only crazy people stay inside wasting hours of their life behind computer screens. One of my guilty pleasures is that while I'm working, I will listen to crazy people talk for hours. It's weirdly my version of ASMR. I've tried listening to podcasts and audiobooks or anything that's good for my brain, but there's something so fascinating about listening to a 50-year-old genuinely tell you about his alien abduction. And it only has 300 views? This man was contacted by aliens, people. Why isn't he on the cover of Time magazine? YouTube will teach you everything you need to know about aliens. Did you know that aliens traveled millions of light years to build pyramids, stomp on our corn, and abduct a couple of crackpots? There's videos of people who will tell you in full confidence about the gray and praying mantis aliens living among us. I mean, the videos barely have any views, but they exist. Most of the views are from me. Okay, all of them. I don't understand how people think the moon landing was faked.
That's really funny to me, actually, because I'm just imagining this person watching their views go up every day. They're like, oh, I hit 310. Oh, I hit 400. And it's all just this guy. I'm dead.
There's so much evidence proving that the moon isn't even real. Wake up, sheeple.
Hello?
I gotta be honest. I don't think flat earthers are real. I think they're all just a bunch of trolls trying to get people like me to hate humanity. I'm no rocket scientist, but I know that our understanding of space and gravity is so beyond what shape the earth is. I'm amazed how much free information is available to people, but they still choose not to believe it. So I'm sorry, I just can't accept that flat earthers are real. I mean, I have nothing to back up this idea, though. I guess it's just a crazy theory of mine. Wait. Here's a lighthearted conspiracy for you. Some people think that the creators of the Sonic movie purposely made the design of Sonic bad in the first trailers as a marketing ploy. Everyone was outraged about the bad designs and ended up talking about it, giving the movie free promotion. Meanwhile, the executives were planning to use the better designed Sonic all along. The evidence for this is, well, I'm talking about the Sonic movie right now, so I'm contributing to the theory that this was all for publicity.
I'm dead.
Another piece of evidence is, look at this. What is this? There's no way that any executive or anyone with 2 eyeballs would okay this ever. And honestly, I might have believed this conspiracy theory if this movie didn't exist.
Look!
If it wasn't...
Okay, so, brief interlude, not really related to this at all, but, Dr. Furlow / Dr. Sugar Baby / Dr. Glucose Guarded? I think that's what somebody said it would be. Antihusen, she has been begging us for months to watch this movie. Anytime there's a special occasion, aside from her last party, which we were real surprised, but she's been asking us to watch this movie and we refuse. We refuse to torture ourselves like this. I can't believe that this movie exists. Like, why would you do this? Why?
For the Cats movie, I would have thought Hollywood knew what they were doing too. But because it's current year and these types of things can still get past test screenings, I think sometimes Hollywood is just no good. I could be totally wrong though. If anyone watching worked on this movie and wants to be a whistleblower, let me know in the comments. Another rabbit hole I fell down was discovering a group of people called targeted individuals. Targeted individuals are a group of people that think the government is sending NSA agents to harass them. And this isn't just the American government. It turns out that every government in the world is harassing random citizens. They claim that they're being harassed because the government is trying to silence them for speaking the truth, when in reality, they're not speaking anything remotely true. A targeted individual will say things like, "People keep following me. There's a white van that's been parked in front of my house for hours. The government's been using electromagnetic radiation to transmit sounds and thoughts into my head." And the whole time I'm watching these people, I'm thinking, yo, that sounds like schizophrenia, my dude. I don't know your life. Maybe you just got out of a really bad cult and you do have stalkers following.
Is this a reference to Midsummer? This is a really good reference to Midsummer. Such a good movie. Like, terrible, awful. We'll never watch it again. Such a good movie.
You, okay, yes, that happens, but it's not the government. One targeted individual I saw said that the government attacked them with a directed energy weapon and that they've been having migraines and coughing up blood. And I'm just flabbergasted that someone actually believes this. How do you tell them, yo, the government's not harassing you? You probably have something going on in your digestive system.
Right.
You need to see a doctor and a psychiatrist.
Right now.
And it's easy to point and laugh and make fun of these people, but after hearing their stories, I just feel bad for them. They are going through some major mental stuff, and I think they just need a friend to talk to. Most conspiracies can be disproven with a little bit of research, so it's important to think critically and not immediately believe everything you hear online. And if there's not enough data to make a judgment, then it's okay to say, I don't know, or I need to look into this further before making a conclusion. Viral misinformation punishes everybody, so it's important to do research, tests, and evaluations to form a concrete judgment before you hit that retweet button. There is one conspiracy theory, I believe, and that is that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill... Are there...
That was a really good video. So the only thing about that video that I don't personally agree with is I really could have done without the consistent use of the word crazy. And that's just because I've heard from mentally ill people, like myself, like personally, I'm not saying this for any of y'all, but I've just heard from a lot of mentally ill people that that word is really harmful and really ableist, and it really harms the communities that it's talking about. Like, it actively harms them just because it contributes to the stigma around them, etc. Kind of like how they always portray crazy people in fuck, see, look, I did it. As they because they always portray mentally ill people as like dangerous or criminals, etc., etc. You know, in the media, every time somebody does something, oh, they're mentally ill, blah blah blah, and that's why they were racist. And it's just like, but there's so many people out there with mental illness who are not out there murdering people or being racist or whatever. So that is the only thing about that video that I didn't like. But you know, Odd1sOut always just has a really good perspective on anything. You know, James has a really good head on his shoulders, so I truly enjoyed the video. He's so right. Like, there's so many conspiracy theories could be disproven with just like the tiniest bit of freaking research, and people won't do it. Like, people will believe any and everything. And it's so funny because I freaking hate the term wake up sheeple, but it's like, but literally sometimes I'm just like, but do you realize that like you're the sheeple? Like, by being one of those people who uses the phrase wake up sheeple in regards to something, you are literally the sheeple. You like literally. Let me know the most interesting conspiracy theories that you've heard from somebody that you know, or maybe even that you ascribe to, down in the comments below. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. So peace out, Ho Biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.